Hello, I'm Untitled and welcome back to another feature preview. Feature previews are a weekly series I run on my channel where I show you features that are going to be included in the next update for Minecraft console. The reason I can do this is I can show you PC gameplay of the equivalent update and show you and explain to you exactly how features will work ahead of when they do come to the console. So, as a lot of you are probably aware by now, basically what we thought was the next update is still coming out, whether it's towards the end of the year or early next year, but before then, in just 4 days' time, there's going to be a mini update with a bunch of different features, including 5 new building blocks and a technical 6th one, and I figured, of all the things in this update, I want to show off all of them when it comes out next Tuesday. But first of all, for one more feature preview, I want to show off all of the building blocks, because if you are a builder, this update has a whole bunch for you, whether it is creative, where you just want to look at these blocks, or whether it is survival and you want to know how you get these blocks, what they look like, the weird things you can do with them. Today, I figured I would talk about all of the new blocks coming in TU43, so hopefully you do all enjoy today's video. If you do like it, like the video and let me know, because it helps out the channel, and lets know you do like the feature previews, and indeed that you do like all of the new blocks coming, because like I said, there's 5 of them, and just in short, in case you're curious and you want to leave after a minute, we've got the bone block over here, which looks like this, really cool thing, found underground structures. We've got the, the never warp block, we've got the red never brick, just over there, we've got magma blocks, we've got, end brick, which looks like this, and I really like, and we've also got the technical 6th one, which we'll get into later. So yeah, 6 technical blocks in this update, and 5 really cool building blocks. Let's get straight into talking about how you find them, where you get them, and why they are useful, and what they're useful for. So let's first talk about the bone block, which is a really nice white block that looks something like this. So from most sides of the bone block, it will look like this. A really nice, again, like I said, it's a white block that's just an addition to the game. If you want to have, that kind of nice white color, because if you look at the white, wall right now, it's kind of got that weird texture on it. If you look at the white, stained clay, it's not really too white. White stained glass, obviously it's glass. This is just a, and even quartz is a little bit strange. This is just another opportunity to add another kind of palette to your color thing, if you want that. Or if you want to do what the game does, you can create fossils. So yeah, fossils are created by the game as soon as you load up a world, and basically they're rare things you can find on a certain biomes that will allow you to be like, yeah, a bunch of bone blocks. And honestly, I think the exploration, the exploration factor is cooler than the actual, I found bone blocks thing, because although you will get maybe a stack from this entire thing when you mine it, realistically, this isn't the best way to get bone blocks, because they're also craftable. So yeah, I really love the fact that you can find something like 8 different types of fossils, so there's a fun challenge in finding all 8 in a world, but as well as just being able to find them like that, you can craft them from bones. So don't make the mistake, if using manufacturing, I guess, that I made of being like, is it just 9 bones in there? No, basically what you want to do is you want to get yourself a bunch of bone meal, so like that. And you want to use the bone meal to craft 9 things like this. So on the crafting table on the console, it will of course just be to the furthest thing on the right. And yeah, if we do 9 like that, we get a bone block. So this is the bone block right here. Really, really cool block, like I said. It looks like this when you place it, and it is directional. So sometimes it'll be facing that way or this way. These are all facing slightly wrong. But yeah, basically the direction it's facing will give you some sides that look like this and some sides that look like that. And it's kind of like a log block in a way. A really weird log block, but if you want to make bone trees, that's something that I think would probably work in the weirdest way possible. But yeah, that's bone blocks right there. Pretty fun block, found underground, also craftable, really, really cool, and I think this will inspire a lot of people by itself, because, again, when you add, like, the kind of color blocks, you allow for more builds that previously looked awful to just get that little bit nicer, which I think is kind of nice. In case you don't want builds that look a lot nicer, I think the ugliest block, to, again, contrast that one, is the never warp brick here. So, yeah, this is what a never warp block looks like. As you can probably work out, it's crafted from 9 never warts. I don't believe they're just naturally found, but if they are, I've not seen one just yet, and basically, yeah, just like that, you get 9 never warp blocks like that, and you get the ugliest, and you get the ugliest block in the game that looks like this. Oh, not the ugliest block, the ugliest never block, I should say, because gravel's still there, but look how similar the textures are. It really is just like, hey, how about we have a never warp gravel? I really don't like it. I feel like it's going to be used in some cool builds, because it can contrast pretty well, because it is so colorful and bright and stuff, but yeah, realistically, it's just red gravel, and red gravel is something I'm sure precisely 3 people wanted, and if you're one of those 3, you're probably doing pretty well. But yeah, I think it'll be used for something cool, but for me, I'm just going to see gravel, and I'm going to have flashbacks. I'm going to go, nope, none of that for me. So yeah, that is never warp brick, the second block I wanted to talk about. The third one is really cool because it does have functionality. It is the magma block. So as you can see, when you stand on magma, you take damage, it's fire damage, and it increases the longer you stand on it. So you want to kind of like just take gentle steps on there. And yeah, the cool thing about magma blocks is it's the only block in the game which doesn't, necessarily have to set on fire or do something, but it will hurt you just for standing on it. So yeah, it hurts mobs as well, except never mobs, of course. And it's mostly found really low down in the nether. So now, if you go go down low down the nether, not only will you have more risks of, like, you know, lava and stuff, you also have the risk of magma blocks, which again spawn quite close to the lava in general little chunks of stuff, and you know, they'll be found in the nether naturally spawning. And yeah, two way. Oh, that's the major way to get them. Go in there like that. In case you are curious, you can set them on fire, although that's kind of redundant to some extent. And also, in case you're curious, I think they're just a great looking block in general. If you run into them in a wall, it won't hurt you. And then again, I think they're a great way to just add new options for builders that want to have like cool adventure maps, but also just they look really cool. Look how bright this block looks, and they're found in the nether, like with the other block I'm going to mention, which is the red nether brick. So the red nether brick looks like this. In case you're like, isn't that just regular nether brick? Nope. Here's what regular nether brick looks like. So very ugly. Pretty nice in comparison, and honestly it makes the nether wart block look a tiny bit nicer when they're next to each other, so I reckon there's some cool combination builds there. But yeah, this is the next one. As you can imagine, it's useful for lots of different things. If you want to have nether film builds that actually look that little bit nicer, I'm excited to see what this looks like in all the text packs, honestly, so might have to do a video about that. And yeah, basically here's a red banner, here's the nether wart, here's the nether brick, here's the old nether brick, and here's the magma blocks. This is your new nether palette, if you will, and I think it's pretty cool that this all comes together. In case you're curious as to how you get this, I believe I've seen some of it naturally, but also you get it by using nether bricks, as in the other nether bricks, and some nether warts. So I believe it's just like this. It might be the other way around. Oh no, it's that way. And you get red nether bricks, and it's kind of nice. The one thing that's a bit weird about it is you can't make stairs or slabs, so you're gonna have to stick to regular nether brick for that. But still, you can do stuff like this, which is nice if you ask me. So yeah, with that said, let's move on to the final new block, or again, non-technical one here, which is going to be the end brick. So you can probably work out how you craft this. If you can't, then you get yourself some end stone by going to the end, and you put it in a little 4 block like this. So yeah, you get 4 from it. So it really is just transferring end stone into end brick, which is nice if you have a lot of end stone, and use it to craft this block over here, which, as you can imagine, is based off this block over here. So it's one of my favorite looking blocks from this update. I'd say it might be the best one. It's, you know, very niche for the builds, but the cool thing about this is if you want to build fake end cities and stuff like that, because although we don't have purple, you can do that because you use purple ore and it looks suspiciously similar, and boom, look at that, I've made myself a little bit of an end thing right there. And that's another thing you can do in this update. You can make end bricks, and again, the possibilities really are pretty crazy, and it's something you might not have previously known that now you can do in this update. So again, I love the block, and it's something that's found in TU43. The final block that's found in TU43 isn't one you can really build with, because I don't believe you can even silk touch it, but it is one that will exist temporarily when you use the Frostwalker enchantment. So these are some boots with Frostwalker on, as you might be aware by now. These allow you to walk across water. They're really cool, and they're one of my favorite parts about the next update, honestly. But basically, yeah, as when you use these, it will eventually create this cracked ice. This cracked ice is not spawning right now, but basically, if you walk along the ice for far enough, basically what starts to happen is certain parts of it, which you're no longer near, will start to crack, which, again, it's not happening right now. Maybe it's because it's like a cold enough biome that it's just turning to ice permanently. But basically, if you're somewhere where ice shouldn't form, eventually when it leaves, it doesn't just turn straight from ice back into water, because that looks a bit weird. Instead, it slowly cracks more and more and more, and it's technically another building block. You can't silk touch it, you can't do too much with it, but it is something that will appear, and I'm sure some people do some amazing stuff with it, because that just tends what happened with Minecraft creativity. But for now, I hope you did all enjoy this video talking about the new blocks in this update, whether it's nether wart bricks you like, or whether it's the red nether bricks, or whether it's magma cubes, or whatever it is. There's a whole bunch of new blocks in this update. I think it's really cool, and if you're a builder, then you've got so many different things to play around with. But I hope you did all enjoy today's video talking about the things. I hope you are excited, or now you have some inspiration for a next build, whatever it may be. And if you did all enjoy the video, like it and let me know, because it helps out the channel a lot. Lets me know you really did like it, share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. Do keep in mind that the feature previews will start again in a few weeks when the next update's been out for a bit, and we go back on to the next major update thing. And also keep in mind that if you want to know about all the rest of the features from this update coming out next Tuesday, I'll be doing a bunch of videos talking about them in some depth that you might be curious about. Like, again, letting you know some fun facts, letting you know some features, all that sort of stuff you might have known, including a secret feature that they haven't announced really anywhere yet. So yeah, I hope you did all enjoy this video, because I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye!